Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Stuck in a Truck. This is going to be episode 69. How cool is that? We've reached 69 weeks of doing Stuck in a Truck. Just like every once in a while, we manage to get out of the truck to do some of our episodes here. So if you are watching live and you're seeing my background is not my pickup truck today, don't be too alarmed. We're still watching and listening to Stuck in the Truck. But we are actually at my new office here at the Boag Pet Resort, where we have a huge winter storm coming in. So as the new operator and owner, I've decided myself and one of our employees, Alexa, is going to be hanging out and playing with dogs all day long that are staying with us here at the Boag Pet Resort. And hopefully when all the snow comes, we can get them outside and take cute pictures of their first snow with them. It's going to be really exciting for at least me because there's nothing more pleasurable than hanging out with dogs all day. And I had one of our employees here, Alexa, who volunteered to hang out with me and even possibly stay overnight if it gets really, really bad to make sure all the dogs are taken care of to the top notch. So this is something I'm really proud of, and I've been blessed with here by taking over the Boag Pet Resort and adding it to the Blue Line Canine Company, because we can really just take care of your dogs to another level. And that's just something that I love to do. And I've been blessed with it because of the fact that we have some great clients that trust us with their pet. But today's episode isn't necessarily all about that. What it is about is going to be some of the things that we have to understand to become successful in our line of work. You know, everybody isn't an entrepreneur. Some people are managers, employees of different companies, and we all want to be truly successful in what we do. And this time of year, we get this thing called seasonal depression. And that's sort of why I think I had to step out of my truck today and give this one, because I didn't want anybody to think that this is not a real thing. This is something that happens to a lot of people all the time, especially this time of year. Honestly, I probably would even tell you that with the COVID-19 restrictions, limitations, you can almost probably put it to you this way: it's probably 10 times worse this year than any other year prior. So I really want to show you some things that, you know, we tend to forget how things work in life. But I had an episode a few weeks ago where I talked about that in order to go forward, you have to be pulled back. And I love the analogy of an arrow. And if you think about it, if you made yourself and you picture yourself as an arrow soars forward and to hit its target. But before it can do any of that, it must be pulled backwards to get the momentum necessary to fly. So I know during this time where hours might be cut, your income is low, you're going around for holiday presents and you're trying to figure out how to make ends meet, sales are down, things are hitting you in so many different ways. The biggest thing that you have to be paying attention to is that the new year is coming, and that new year is going to rejuvenate. It's almost like this is that time where you're that arrow getting pulled backwards, and success is right over that point, right? All you're waiting for is that moment of the release. And that's what you really need to focus on. I mean, just think about it. In order to make great wine, the grape must be crushed. So here is a grape growing on a tree doing its thing, and you're ready to taste that nice, beautiful wine. It must be crushed. Diamonds only form under hard pressure. Think about how these little things come together. But one of my favorite ones that I was told recently was that most successful things come from darkness. So every blade of grass that's out there, every tree that is formed, everything that comes to life was born in darkness. Just think about that. The seed is buried in dirt and then is watered, and it has to penetrate that dirt and that soil and come through it to then in turn filter our air, give us nutrition, and do so much, beautiful landscapes and so much more. So when you're down and out and you're really feeling the pressure of life, you're feeling that you're in a dark spot, things aren't going your way. This is that time that you really need to start focusing on building up your internal strength, focusing on what your new habits are going to be. Because as you start to penetrate through that soil, you're going to be that big oak tree in a few years. This is just the beginning stage. I know you're feeling it. I know you're hurting. I know you're doing those things, but you are on the journey to success, and you have to trust that process. And that process is sometimes taking a step backwards, or being in that negative area, or being in that dark spot, feeling the loneliness, feeling that it's left out. I mean, this is what we come down and face every time. But you have to trust that process. You have to understand that in order to know what success is, you have to fail. Failure is one of the greatest moments of success because it lets you know you're on the right path. And being on that right path is something you have to be reminded of, right? Because I mean, if you don't know, you're going to get off of it. So when you come across challenges and you're not seeing that you're reaching over that pinnacle, you're not reaching to that next level, remember, these are points that are teaching you something that you can really endure. Jot it down, get your journal out, write it down, because these are the parts that you need to enjoy. These are the things telling you you're on that right path of success. Success is pushing through. If you're listening to this show, if you're watching me on Facebook, if you're doing any of these things, you know you're on the right path. You are already taking the information in. You are absorbing it at this point in time. Now, what I'm asking you to do, 2021 is around the corner. I'm asking you to implement it. The past weeks in 2020, we've told you the steps that I have used to get here. I've told you my mentor, Darren Hardy. I've told you who these people are. I've studied these things. And this is what I want to do for you guys is I really want you to go back. You can watch them on our YouTube page. You can watch them on our Facebook videos. You can check me out on iTunes. Listen to them again. I'm telling you what they are. And what you have to realize, if you're feeling down and out, you're feeling left in darkness, you're not sure how you're going to pay your bills, you're just wondering if the economy is going to come back, you're wondering if they're going to let us out, stop wondering it. You have control of you. And that's what you need to be focusing on. You need to be focusing on what's going to get you ahead, where you are going to be going, because you have that power. You will be successful. Jot down your steps. Understand your process. If you're feeling down and out, no big deal. We're going to get you through it because next year is going to be your year. Start planning on your goals for 2021. Put the steps going from backwards to forward. So that way you know how to get where you're going. One of the biggest things that we typically find ourselves in is that we don't write down where we want to go. We hope for success, but we don't know what success is. So we wind up chasing our tails all year round and going and repeating this seasonal depression, this negative atmosphere, this negative points. You got this. I know you do, or you wouldn't be on this show. You wouldn't be listening. You wouldn't be favoring. You wouldn't be doing any of these things. You wouldn't be around me because those are the things that you need to be. And that's why I know you're doing it. I know for a fact you're doing these things. You might be missing a step here, a step there. But just remember, you're that seed. And as that seed grows, you're going to become a rose. And when that rose goes, you're going to become beautiful before you know it. But before that seed was planted, it knew it was going to become a rose bush. There was no other doubt in its mind. All it had to do was get the proper nutrition and get the strength it needed to poke through the dirt so it could become what it needed to become. And I know you have the ability to. You have what it takes to be the arrow and soar through the sky and hit its target. You have the ability to be the rose. This is the key to all the points of success that I can tell you every day of the week. You have it inside of you. You wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be listening. You wouldn't be watching if you didn't. I know you have this. Okay. So this is why I need you to understand that you're going through a down point. Start focusing on the good points, right? We're about to come into 2021. This is a good time. Take this moment in time that we know sales are low and rebuild what you want to accomplish next year. This is that time. Stop worrying about where things are not working and start worrying about where things are going to be working. Fix what went wrong. Fix why these things are. Every business has its ups and downs just in a normal process of the year. It's just a seasonal thing where certain things happen. If you're a manager, what are some of the things that you can improve the next year? I gave a whole episode dedicated to the big differences between being a manager and a boss. What steps have you taken to show yourself as more as a leader than a boss? Because you got to remember, a boss dictates, a leader shows. That is a massive difference into one of those things that you have to think about. Do you want to be a leader in 2021? Do you want to be a boss in 2021? So this is what we're going to be doing next year. I'm going to be offering only 5 opportunities to come and work for me as I'm sorry, not work for me, but I'm going to be offering myself as a business mentor next year, but I'm only going to do 5 people. So if you are interested in it, you would have to message me. You can email me at michaeljsolar@gmail.com, or you can send me a message through Facebook at the official MJ Solar. But I'm only going to take on 5 apprentices next year to learn all of these things and learn how to build their business or build themselves up in their process. This is a great opportunity for people to jump on. So if you're interested in it, go ahead and do it. But in 2021, I'm taking on 5 apprentices that are really interested in growing their company, building themselves up. You don't have to be an entrepreneur. If you want to learn how to build and become a leader, I'm willing to help you do it. If you are looking to build your company, get it to the next scaling point, understanding how to fix your marketing, understanding your budgeting, this is what that opportunity is all about. You guys have control of what 2021 is going to be. But I will tell you this right now. If you are lost, if you are down and out, this is the time to start whipping out your map and drawing it out. Because if you don't know where you're going, you're going to make a complete turnaround. Okay. Remember, 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 3 lefts do. So you have to remember, if you are going to be making left turns all day, you need to know where you're trying to get to. If not, you're going to be making that circle and that circle and that circle. This is this time. 2021 is around the corner again. I can't say it enough. I really can't. You're there. This is the time to stop thinking about what's going wrong in life and start planning what is going to be going right. What changes do you need to make for 2021 to become successful? And don't tell me that it's a New Year's resolution you're going to try to lose weight again. What you need to do is figure out the plan to do it. And that's the key. 2020, I lost 19 pounds so far this year. I didn't join the gym. As you know, they're closed. I didn't do these things. All I did do, and this is what's going to be funny, is I said, I'm not going to change my diet, because if I change my diet to salads and healthy eating, I'm just going to go right back to eating crappy. What I did decide to do is simply this, and this was the big thing that we thought is, whatever fits in my hand is what I'm allowed to eat for my meals. So when I made my chicken nuggets, it's whatever I can grab, and that's what I warmed up in my air fryer. French fries. I had French fries, was what we can fit in my hand. Pizza, the same idea. So I got to still eat all my crappy food that's no good for me, but I was managing to control the intake of how much it was by coming up with a simple rule of measurement. Okay. So now I couldn't indulge. I had to pace myself. I had to do simple things. These are the little things that I had to do to make this huge, massive difference. And this is what I'm trying to explain to you now, is that you can take everything that I've given you through all of these different episodes, put them together, and you can get there. If you need more help, you want coaching, hit me up. I'm taking on 5 this year. That's it. I'm not taking on any more than that. So if you want to be one of the 5, let me know. Message me and see if you have what it takes to work here with me and do this and get your business to that next level. This is the key opportunity for it. So if you're interested, this is the time to go. If you are looking to become successful in 2021, stop looking backwards. Every time you look backwards, all you're going to do is trip and fall. Become the arrow, become the seed. You know what it takes to become there. Let's get it done. Guys, let's see 2021 go to the next level. I'll see you all next week. Enjoy your weekend. I'm going to go play with some dogs now. So I'll see you all next week for another episode of Stuck in a Truck.